Hi, I'm Michelle, and I'll be sharing these episodes with Nay. We're certified psychic mediums, and this is season 2 of Hello from the Other Side. During the season's episodes, we'll be connecting independently to the energy of a missing child from the United States. All we've been given is a name, a photograph, and the year they went missing. As you watch, you may begin to notice moments where our readings overlap or where similar evidence comes through. We hope that the insights shared today might bring comfort, clarity, or may even assist those still searching for these precious children. At times, you might notice that our independent readings seem quite different from one another. This doesn't mean that those differences should be dismissed. Sometimes the pieces that seem unrelated at first do come together to reveal the whole or different parts of the story. So please remember the information we share is received psychically. It reflects our intuitive impressions and should not be taken as factual or verified information.
Today, tuning in to the individual called, and I hope I pronounce this correctly, Ja'Niyah McMichael, who is a child missing in the US. I'm immediately aware of a very happy child, and I am seeing soccer or football being played, and her, actively participating in that, having a group of friends around her there as well, so being really well liked. I feel as though she's the eldest child in the family and that she has younger siblings. And I feel like there might be 2 boys there, some little boys. And one of them actually being really little because I'm seeing nappies as well for him, so quite young. Also getting the sense of a couple of generations living in the home environment, so seeing a grandparent there as well and feeling as though that individual lives there. So just a few generations in the home. And it's just a really lovely, loving feeling about that home. In terms of mum, I am getting like quite a religious connection there and quite a spiritual connection there. So someone that does pray a lot. In terms of the father, it doesn't come through as strongly for me. That might be there, that there might be an absence there or a separation, but I'm not feeling the father as much in that home dynamic. But certainly a lot of females around as well. So I am getting the sense of aunties and also just friends that are female as well, and a working mum. So mum working and coming home. And I feel like Ja'Niyah herself has a lot of friends around her all the time, always someone to play with, loads of friends, in fact. She's sassy, she's funny, showing me that she's quite tall as well amongst her peers. Just a really sassy, kind, smart child, really with the world at her feet. She is not coming across on my left-hand side. I feel as though she is still living. And I just want to find out where she is and what's happened to her to remove her from this situation. Okay, I'm getting a heart pain there for her as well. I wonder if that's more of a metaphorical thing. Okay, and she's showing me now a couple of barking dogs outside a building. Where am I? I feel as though I'm in quite a remote area where it's there's an industrial building here. It feels quite deserty, like the ground is quite sandy and rocky. It doesn't feel green and lush. But I do see these 2 dogs and they feel like kind of junkyard dogs. They look like Rottweilers and just quite aggressive with chains around their necks because I'm seeing them barking here. And drawing my attention to the building here as well, which appears to be just a massive shed. Big shed with metal sheet doors on the front of it, sliding metal sheet doors. Okay, and I just heard imprisoned as well. So I do feel as though she's being held at this location against her will. In terms of how she got there, I just heard pinched. And I almost feel as though this was just on the way home. Someone's wound down the window of a vehicle. and they've asked her for something. They've asked her for directions, or they've asked her a question. It feels like directions. Have you seen XYZ? And she's so happy and smart and just that personality to want to help everyone that she comes over to the vehicle. And I think before she even realised what's happened, she's been pulled in through a window. It may not have been directions. It may have been, have you seen such and such? And she's just been dragged in. I feel as though this vehicle didn't have plates on it, and I do feel people saw this happen. So it's like it's happened in daylight. She's been picked up. The fellow in the front of the vehicle too, I feel as though he has a little goatee, mustache here. It's scarce. It's not a full-grown mustache. It's just this, it's quite patchy. I don't think she knows these individuals by name, but she's seen them around because I feel as though they were sort of driving up and down. So it's not the first time she's seen this vehicle. What kind of vehicle is it? It's funny, it actually strikes me as like quite a long vehicle. And when I say long, I mean like more like a sort of a Cadillac type shape. Shorter bonnet, shorter boot, but that shape. Okay, and in terms of what she's doing or what they want with her, I just heard working. So to put her to work, what is she doing? I feel as though there are other children in this situation as well. It's not just her. Other little children, because she almost feels like a bit of a leader in this group. It's like instructions are barked at them and she helps the others to understand what they have to do. I do feel like there's a few of them in here. And I feel like there's a lot of threats around this as well. Like, if you leave, we will kill your family. You know, just like these really outrageous, frightening threats. I am being made aware of being put in a room that she can't escape, because I can see her sort of shouldering this wall, just trying to break through the wall. Like trying to break through the plasterboard of a wall. It almost looks like an interrogation room, this room that she's in. The way she's presenting it to me. Like just that single light in the middle of the room and a door, no windows. In terms of where I'm going to try and find out where she was taken. I do feel I'm on the west coast of the US. I think I just heard El Paso as well. El Paso, I don't know where that is. When I asked around how we can find her, she has shown me a bridge, a large bridge. Name of the bridge, name of the bridge. And I feel as though the name of the bridge is something like C-O-V. I want to say like maybe like Covenant Bridge or something like that. Cov, C-O-V. I might have to look that one up. C-O-V, Covenant, Cov. This group that's responsible, it feels very much like an organised crime syndicate that dabbles in lots of things. This is like a gang. It feels very gang related. Making me aware of like 240 as well. The number's 240, so I don't know if that's the name of a gang or some relevance, but it feels like there's some relation, there's some relevance there to the number 240. And when I ask what they do, I'm actually being shown someone. It's like they light a match and there's like a really long rope and it goes to an explosive, and almost as though I'm watching something being blown up. Almost feels like a rebel group that blows things up the way they're showing this to me. I'm also being made aware of vehicles as well being relevant here. And it almost feels as though it's some sort of luxury vehicle organisation, like hires limos. Because I am seeing like nice vehicles, but they're being loaned to people. Almost like a chauffeur type business with different vehicles. feel as though there's little sense of the date as well for her, like just having absolutely no idea when it is, wondering whether or not Christmas has happened yet, just being very living day to day and not realizing how many days have actually passed. It's like the longer I can do this and make them happy, the more likely it is that they'll let me out. But I do feel as though she's far from home. Like I want to say even like in Texas, like she's been driven across state. It feels very much dusty and sandy in this area. I want to say like Mexican desert or like in that Texas, surely not. Yeah, I want to say like Texas. But really southern part of Texas. There's a real desperation to get back to Mum here. And Mum has so much hope. I do feel as though they are reunited too. I do feel as though she makes her way back. I want to say 14 is relevant too, 14 years old. So I don't know if she's 14 now or when she turns 14, but I feel as though that's relevant to this as well. Okay, and I do get the sense that this, what's happened's exposed, like it's as though law enforcement is able to locate this operation and shut it down, and they find these children, because I feel as though it's connected to other things that they're exploring as well, that there's like an ongoing investigation for something else, and they go looking for something else and they wind up in this area and they locate these children. I always feel like some of these kids are so young that they don't even remember their parents. But she does. Yeah, I hold hope. I really feel like they're going to find them. I really feel like they're going to find them. In terms of when. I almost want to say April's have relevance here, and I feel it is next year. I feel like there's going to be a lead or a breakthrough in April of next year related to this. And I feel as though that comes about because someone actually acquires this address. It's like someone's been, I don't know, booked for speeding, and the address is on their driver's license, and there's like this address wasn't known before, and they go out there and they find it. But I do feel like April's really relevant in this story. I feel as though she's being fed well in this arrangement and otherwise being looked after in terms of, her body, keeping her somewhat healthy. She doesn't feel malnourished in the body. But just that desperation to want to go home and pray that they find her.
First thing I'm seeing is her physicality, how much energy she has in her body. And she's just expressing this herself physically, like she's always kind of like active and upbeat and a very happy, outgoing, energetic person. So I feel like she expressed herself a lot. Even when she was a group of people, she'd walk backwards kind of like this while she's talking to them. Very energetic, lively, well-liked, did well at school, had good friends. I feel like she had a person of interest, like college sweetheart, dark shorter hair, Afro-American, and really quiet, sweet. He could have been maybe a football player as well. She feels quite kind of Christian in her values, like a very good girl. I feel like her mother was quite devout. The mother feels like the carer. Okay, so I can see her coming up the front stairs of her home, kind of through a wire fence. Doesn't feel like there's a lot of money in the home, but needs are very well met, very loving, devout home. The mum's very busy. She's got a lot of responsibilities. She works hard. she's not always kind of the mum that she'd like to be. She gets worn out. She's got a lot of responsibility. Could be she's got a younger sister and then a younger brother. Youngest is a little boy, I feel. So and he looks young. So I do feel like she's got her hands full. I see that when you walk in the front door of her home, it feels like weatherboard, maybe grayish color. You can walk almost straight down the hallway and then out the back. So it's kind of straight line in. You can keep walking in and out. And Ja'Niyah's bedroom is on the right-hand side, and first or second bedroom, and her bed is kind of with the feet end up against the nearest wall with the feet end towards the back of the house, and it's got kind of a pinkish coverlet on it. And I can see her lounging there in like black tracksuit pants, maybe black hoodie, kind of slides on her feet with socks, just casually dressed. I am being aware that there's a bag down, like a canvas duffel bag type thing, one that you kind of put over your shoulder, and it's like big round bag. It has some things in it. What I'm seeing is like an altercation or a tension. So the mum has come in the door and is at the head end of the bed. There's an issue. There's something, a matter of contention, and she's backed up by another gentleman who is a little bit, he's not chubby, he's a little bit rounder, he's not slim, he's got a round face, short dark hair. I feel like that's Ja'Niyah's mum's brother, so Ja'Niyah's uncle. And there's something that he's supporting the mum on. There's a bit of pressure. And I'm being drawn to Ja'Niyah's stomach, pelvis, that there's an early pregnancy. So I feel like Ja'Niyah may be pregnant, and this is a discussion about, okay, well, for you to move on in life, this is what needs to happen. We need to deal with this pregnancy. And there's something around that that's not sitting well with Ja'Niyah. I feel like there's texts or phone calls made or arrangement made. Something's put in place. It's a little bit hush-hush. I feel like it's done on the phone, so there's nothing that's traceable. She goes out during the night, so she leaves the property and goes down the front stairs. It's furtive, it's dark, and she's sneaking. And as she's going to the front gate, on the left-hand side, there's a blue sedan car, which is kind of by the neighbour's house, and it's waiting there. It's a bit trumped up, so it's kind of got white around the wheels, like hubcaps, a little bit souped up, a couple of dice hanging down, bit of music playing. It's like a sporting model, souped up. I don't know. It feels a bit luxury, like the seats in it are leather, like light covered leather. This guy is quite skinny, lean. He has a mustache, brown mustache. He's a white guy with brown or sandy to brown colored hair, quite short. He has like a couple of chains on. Do you feel like he has some tattoos on his arms? Doesn't look like a sleeve, just more isolated, but a few tattoos. Kind of this V-neck top. He's a bit of a coolie bar. I'm hearing badass. He's got kind of narrow eyes and little lips. There's something about his lips a little bit tight and thin that I don't know, he just doesn't, he feels selfish and mean. He is taking her somewhere. So whether it's to get to a certain part of the pregnancy or to have the baby, I feel like it's to just for a short period of time. She's been given somewhere through some contact, so somebody knows, or she's reached out. I can't see the connection there, but he takes her. She's apprehensive, but she feels like she's protecting her child. He takes her phone or destroy the SIM card or something, like you'll be found. In that moment, she's lost her ability to contact anybody. They've driven at night. He's done a U-turn back down the street, just a little way down the street. He turns right, left, right. I feel like we're heading north. I feel like we're heading towards a lake. I feel like we're heading towards Chicago. South of Chicago or thereabouts. There's a home. It has a wire fence. It's a couple of dogs outside of the home. They kind of, I don't know if they're meant to look menacing. They do feel menacing, like darker, bigger dogs that are on chains, but they're quite aggressive, a lot of barking. They've got stud collars. There's a lot of activity around the home, cars coming and going, souped up cars. I feel like it's largely white guys. Pants that are too big, kind of cool, caps on backwards. It's like a hangout, this place. It's like a drug den, like somewhere where they can procure drugs, hang out. I am getting the impression that it's known. There's like getting like a sense that there could be police cars every now and then, like surveillance or keeping an eye on this place. So it is, I feel like it's known. It's not in a very nice neighborhood. It's a very southern neighborhood. I don't feel like it's kind of like music going, a lot of lounging around. You go up the stairs, there's a little lean-to kitchen at the back. It could be light coloured wooden home as well. I'm getting an association with Delaware Street. Delaware Street. Closer than you think. She's closer than you think. Maybe to home. She doesn't feel good about this, but I don't feel that she has control of the situation anymore. I feel like now she's being controlled. So not immediately, but she's given some drugs kind of against her will, help relax you, don't worry. And I do feel like she's become in a state where she's a little bit altered in her state. I just see her eyes look a little bit dead. Her appearance has changed a little bit, like shorter hair. I don't feel like her hair, like it's just shortcut, put on a little bit of weight, lost a bit of that spark in her eyes. She's just a little bit drug afflicted, lost a bit of joy for life because she has no means to leave. This is not she's being held captive hostage. I'm hearing both of those words. It was like a trick, or she was misled, and she is utilized when necessary or when needs should take it. It's like she's got a room, and it's use of her, I guess, body, but there is a cot in the room She has a little girl. The little girl looks healthy and well. The little girl is the reason she doesn't leave. It's the daughter is threatened. Her life is threatened. She's kind of waiting for opportunity, but there isn't really opportunity. I feel she's locked in her room. She can roam kind of freely as well, but there's often people there. There's dogs out the front. I don't feel there's much opportunity. She CYU 0681, something like that, might be a registration number of importance. I'm seeing registration plates being changed, so I feel like stolen vehicles could be involved and changing registration plates in any case on vehicles seems to be outside the property or underneath the property. I feel like this property is of interest already to the police force. There will be a warrant executed on this property. I don't feel like that's happened yet, sometime in the future. I feel like when this happens, do you feel like there are firearms possibly in the back of the property? Yeah, I do feel like there's like an aggressive act by the police and people are taken down. There's arrests. There's enough evidence. Aiding and abetting a runaway. I'm not sure. There will be arrests. She and her daughter will get found. 2 months. I don't feel like it's that far away. 2 to 5 months. She will be reunited. There will be a kind of emotional rehabilitation. I just see tears. What else can I say? I'm getting like a Lando, maybe some name associated. Michael, she is McMichael's. Michael. I'm hearing, yeah. There is a sun coming up on the horizon of the story. So this is a runaway that's gone wrong and she's being held against her will. She's safe and well in all respects, just not in a stable environment. So she has fear and is being used, I guess, and has a daughter who looks safe and well and cared for, and she I just feel like she's just affected, kind of not herself. She will need just that period of rehabilitation, but she will bounce back from this. This will make her a great advocate for different people in the future. Let's see if there's any other clues. He's really scrawny, this guy. Wears like shorts, V-neck, like basketball type clothing, socks with slides. I feel like he's got a fondness for her, actually. Like, He thinks this is some kind of relationship, so he feels very possessive over her. Essentially, he is a captor, though, and this will be clear in a court of law. Okay, I certainly hope for that outcome for Ja'Niyah.